Construction companies rarely lose money because of one huge disaster. It's almost never a crane collapse, a legal claim, or a catastrophic failure. Most projects lose profit because of small site mistakes, tiny problems, minor delays, simple miscommunications. But when those small mistakes stack up, they quietly destroy the margin on the job. And the worst part? Most contractors don't even realize it's happening until the project is finished. I've spent years analyzing construction finances and project cost reports, and the pattern is always the same. Profit doesn't disappear overnight, it leaks out slowly. A typical construction project has hundreds of moving parts. Materials arriving on time, trades working in the right sequence, design drawings being correct, labor hours staying within budget. But when even a few small things go wrong, the financial impact can grow quickly. A missing delivery delays a trade. That trade then has to come back later, which means additional labor, which means overtime, which means program disruption. Before long, the project starts bleeding money, and by the time management realizes there's a problem, the profit is already gone. Let's take a real-world example. A contractor wins a $2 million commercial refurbishment project. The estimated profit margin is 8%. That means the expected profit is around $160,000. Sounds healthy, but during construction, a few small problems appear. The first issue: incorrect measurements on a steel order. The materials arrive slightly wrong. It takes 3 days to correct. Then a delivery of plasterboard turns up late. Dry liners lose half a day. Later, electrical drawings change slightly. Walls need opening up and reworking. None of these problems are huge, but each one adds small costs, extra labor, extra supervision, extra material waste, program delays. By the end of the project, those small issues add up to $150,000 in additional cost. Suddenly, the contractor makes almost nothing. Months of work for a few thousand. Construction profit is extremely fragile. Margins are often between 3% and 10%. That means there is very little room for error. Now consider how many things happen on a typical construction site every day. Measurements, material deliveries, trade coordination, site supervision, quality checks, health and safety compliance. Even a well-run project can have dozens of small issues every week. The real danger is that these problems rarely appear dramatic. Instead, they create small financial leaks. A half-day delay, an extra skip, 2 operatives waiting around, a small amount of rework. Individually, these costs seem insignificant, but over the course of a project, they compound. This is what experienced contractors call death by 1,000 cuts. And there are several common causes. First, poor communication between trades. If plumbers arrive before walls are framed properly, or electricians arrive before ceilings are installed, productivity collapses. Second, weak site supervision. Without strong oversight, small errors aren't caught early. A mistake that could have been fixed in 10 minutes becomes a full day of rework. Third, inaccurate drawings or late design changes. Even minor design revisions can force contractors to undo completed work. Fourth, poor material planning. Late deliveries or incorrect quantities disrupt the entire schedule. Finally, lack of financial visibility during the project. Many contractors only discover problems when preparing the final accounts. At that point, it's far too late. Successful contractors do something different. They track performance constantly through systems like cost-value reconciliation, CVR. They compare budgeted costs, actual costs, work completed, forecast profit, every single month. This allows problems to be identified early, before they destroy the project margin. The biggest lesson in construction is simple. Projects rarely fail because of one massive mistake. They fail because of hundreds of small ones. Small delays, small rework, small miscommunications. Each one chips away at profit. That's why the best contractors obsess over the basics. Accurate measurements, clear drawings, reliable delivery schedules, strong site supervision, and constant financial monitoring. Because in construction, protecting profit isn't about avoiding disasters. It's about controlling the small details every single day. If you found this useful and want to understand how construction businesses actually make or lose money on projects, subscribe to StruVara. On this channel, we break down construction cost control, project finance, contractor cash flow, and the real reasons construction companies go bankrupt. If you work in construction, these lessons can save your projects thousands. And sometimes they can save your entire business.